The Academagia is a big place. The classrooms are too far apart. The kitchen is too far away. The only place that's ever really close is the library, which is not a good place to take care of serious business. And there are always older, or at least bigger students all over the place ready to cause problems. I think that beating might have made me a little bit paranoid. What you need is a way to get from one place to the other, preferably without running into people you don't want to meet. You need to find a secret passage, or maybe even a whole network of them. You could swear that the students in the corridors are pointing to hidden levers just waiting for you to pull. Okay, I got a couple options here. Study habits. Why distract yourself with foolish daydreams? You didn't come to school for that. You'll spend your free time the proper way, studying. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Architecture. The easiest way to find secret passage would be to look at the blueprints, of course. Court hairstyles. Why is that a skill, first of all? Second of all, what the hell? Are those statues all pointing to the same place? Are they all looking at the same torch holder? Is there a pattern to how they're positioned? You'll never know if you don't investigate. What? Why is that court hairstyles? Screw it, architecture. Should we? Screw it, let's try it. Librarian's eyes furrow as soon as you say secret passages. Why would you say that? Not another one, she mutters. Do they really think I have nothing better to do than help them get into trouble? I better make an example out of this one so they don't get any ideas. You spend your free hour cleaning ink stains from study cubicles. And if you don't find any secret passages in the library, you now know more than you ever wanted to know how to remove ink stains. Well, that sucks. Okay, observations level 2. I think that's good enough for now. Study the field, so let's check on botany. Yeah, we got level 2 and stuff. Okay, parents still hate us. People going for merit. You've learned stuff. Let's see what Glow of Victory does. Glow of Victory increases the caster's charm, glory, and beguile by 1. That actually sounds pretty good. It requires finesse and a little bit of skill at persuasion to cast. Roll versus 4. A difficulty of 4, so that's pretty simple. And the effects last for 5 days. Winners are quite attractive. That's why I'm a loser. You don't see losers with adoring clicks. Winning says you're successful. Winning says you're ambitious. When you win, yeah, who cares? So this is actually a useful spell. I don't know what she was talking about. I increased my stress. You increased your ink compound skill. That's nice. I mean, I don't take calligraphy, so it doesn't really matter. Villa has apparently won the next merit thing. How are we doing, by the way? We are not in last place anymore. That's Hetty's problem. Alright, let's do Sunday, and then I am gonna call it from here. For this session, at least. We're good on stress. It's been a while since we studied, so let's study. Let's just go from up, down. I think that makes the most sense. So, athletics. I kind of cheated a little and checked the wiki, so we're going to learn about perception. And we're going to see, request a meeting with your mentor. That's red. Hold on. It's red, but that's not the worst thing in the world. So, yeah, let's get Sunday over with. You send word to Owen that you're ready to talk some more. Her response makes you question her sanity. Meet me at the Academagia main gate before breakfast. You mutter as you read the letter. Before breakfast? Grumbling, you pack yourself a small snack in your knapsack in case you don't get back in time for breakfast and go to sleep a bit before normal bedtime. At the appropriate time, you head out to the gates. The walk from your college dorm isn't too bad, and you arrive at the gates several minutes before the sun is even up. Spying Owen on the Academagia side of the gate, you walk over and wave. Good morning, Rune, she says. Far too much cheer for this hour of the morning. I've never understood morning people. A look of serenity crosses her face as you step up beside her, and she turns towards the gate. This is my favorite time of day, she says quietly. Have you ever been here before? You start to answer, but Owen quickly cuts you off. I mean, have you really visited this place? You're not totally sure what she expects you to say. It's the main gate. Should you have been hanging out here after class just to watch dust settle on the road? Owen smiles. That's okay, she says. So few first-year students take the time to come here and hang out that I'm not surprised you haven't been here. Let me explain about this place and what it does. Most people think that the Academagia was founded by Noema, but they're sadly mistaken. It was actually founded by her brother, motherfucker, Athenosis, Athan, by Athan, as a small group of scholars who took it upon themselves to better the study of magic and its effect upon the world around it. Technically, Nomina was the one who was placed the first foundation stone, but it was really her brother who founded the school. A hint of motivation on the Minta side of the gates snag Owen's attention. Here it comes, she says. Two guards march in sync from either end of the stone wall towards the center of the open gates, stopping when their noses are mere inches away from each other. The guards turn, and in unison bellow, Verbis, fuck this, Noemia, fake language, Porta, Academagia, height. Yeah, words, magic words of things. Their ritual complete, the guards turn sharply and walk back to their posts. Their words release a flood of visitors from the outside, and you spy all kinds of men and women shuffling their way through the gates onto school grounds. Visitors are only allowed into the Academagia from sunup to sundown, unless they have a special pass signed by the gate or the council. Owen turns to you and beams a winning smile your direction. What they said was, in the name of Nomia, for the memory of Athan, the Academagia gates stand open. Those who desire knowledge enter and learn. Okay, let's move on. So, I'll bet you're wondering why I asked you to come here, Owen says, now that she mentions it. You think sarcastically, but Owen continues before you can say something you might regret. Most people walk right on past, hurrying on towards what they think is more important business. As if proving her point, several people brush past you and Owen without noticing you. One man in a gray set of robes is muttering under his breath as if trying to remember something, while a woman in a multicolored wrap has her head held high and moves with strict purpose. Owen shakes her head sadly. If these people only knew the power of locations, they might walk a bit slower and see what lies around them. The power of locations? Everything has power, Owen begins in way of explanation. Even locations. Take this place, for example. Do you not feel any different now than you did before you watched the ceremony? We're just gonna go with the green. Screw the red. Wait, this place is having some kind of magical effect? Look for the themes. Look for the signs. You're a bit too startled to respond to her question. What's going on? Were the guards casting a spell without drawing themes? Are the stones of the gates enchanted? You've heard about that kind of thing? How do you tell an enchanted stone? Is it true you can see hidden themes only in moonless nights? You're thinking too hard, Owen tells you. I'll tell you where you can look for stories about real blunt force enchantment later, if you want. But what's happening here isn't like that. Just take everything around you and, I don't know, center yourself in it. If that makes any sense, just let yourself relate to it and see if you notice a difference. Well, maybe, but maybe not. It's okay. It's subtle. Owen continues. You see, you can walk through these gates 1,000 times before you leave the school and never know that it's power. But if you take the time to explore the location and get a feel for it, you might find there's a benefit to coming here. Since I made you stay and watch the ceremony, you now know this place well enough to have a feel for it. From now on, whenever you come and spend even a small amount of time here, you'll notice that your abilities in oratory are increased a little for as long as you hang around. If you're just passing through on your way to Minta or Abdmir ratio, though you won't get the benefit. That doesn't mean you have to come and watch the ceremony anymore, only that you have to make a conscious effort to visit here and spend some time. Now, I should warn you that every location works like this. Some places only give you a benefit if you stay there while you're doing something. Remember the garden gallery where we learned about friends? Well, now you know that about that place and spent some time exploring it, you'll find that you'll have a small bonus to certain social actions when you're there, but only when you're there. Some places give you bonuses to skills or actions that you can take away with you and last for a certain amount of time, but others only work a while you're there. Got it? You like to say something, but Owen turns and starts walking back towards the Great Hall, making you rush to keep up. The island of Illumia is divided up to 5 main areas called regions, she says. There's the Academagia grounds, the city of Minta, the Imperial Reserves, and the rest of the island called Illumia proper. Within these regions are tons and tons of cool places to find, but you might not even know you found them unless you explore the area. To explore an area, all you need to do is spend a few hours looking around and seeing what you can see. Every time you explore a particular region, you're practically guaranteed to find something interesting about that place. If you find that you're not discovering anything really cool, consider spending some time learning more about exploration and exploring. The better you get at it, the more likely you are to find something really interesting. Owen looks towards you with a gleam in her eyes, and you wonder what exact locations she's thinking of right now. It has to be something truly interesting, or she wouldn't be fighting so hard to keep that smile from her face. One last warning about locations, she says, as her face loses all hint of joy. There are dangers to exploring, dangers of all kinds. If you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, there's always a chance that a professor will bust you and assign you detention. Just check out the location and look for its discovery chance. The higher that it is, the more likely you are to be caught. Also, some places have monsters hanging out, and if you're not prepared to fight, you might not like the consequences. Never been in a fight in this game. I'm actually kind of curious what that looks like. Busted by professors? Fighting monsters? There are so many questions you like to ask, but before you have a chance, Owen pats you on the back and says, I love to stay and talk more, really, but I have a huge quiz in advanced theory of negation class that I'm not supposed to know about. It sounds like you're breaking the law, Owen. I've got a couple things I need to review before I'm ready, and it's the first class after breakfast, so I gotta run. I'll send word when I'm ready to meet again. Could be a day, could be a week. It all depends on how my classes are going. Next time we'll talk about professors and such, okay? I remember when I was doing a quick look for this game, and I went like a week without finding a random adventure. While pursuing items in a store, you feel a touch of movement in your pocket and turn to see a youth darting away quickly through the shop's entrance. You've been robbed, that dirty little pickpocket. Oh, shit. Report the theft to the authorities. Observation. Let's just see what happens. Though you glance quickly around, you can't see anything out of the ordinary. Anything besides the thief running off with your purse, that is. I'm just going to report the theft to the authorities. The kid looks like he's really quick, I guess. You track down a member of the guard and tell them about your stolen purse. The man looks down at you with a scowl and tells you to get along. When you repeat that your purse has been stolen, the fellow barks that this is none of his concern and that you should keep a better eye on your possessions if you don't want them to get stolen. You don't know which is worse, losing your purse or realizing Mainta isn't exactly protected by Mainta's finest. That's why I need to become a cop. I need to change the system. Let's see if anything interesting has happened. Parents still hates us. Oh, this piece of shit. Philip succeeded at using defame on Durand. Durand's merit was decreased by 10. What a dick. So Philip is actually one of the bullies in the school. And maybe I should become friends with him. Actually, that's a thought. Let's see if I'm going to write down become friends with Philip. So next time I play, we learn about the Great Gate, which, let's see. Preparing at the Great Gate of Academagia will increase one's oratory skill. Yeah. I lost money, that's right. Putting your thoughts down on paper can sometimes be enough to learn something you didn't know before. Those who put their thoughts down may actually expand a skill step in a random known skill once every few days, and also gain a small increase to insight along the way. Well, that might be worth it. For insight, at least. So, because of Philip, wow, we're the worst again. We were doing bad. Why would he do that to us? He's in Morvidius? He would have actually gained more by attacking a villa or a Ron's. Like, really? Really? Whatever. You know what? He's an idiot. Oh, looks like we're going to have a holiday coming up. But I think I'm going to call it here for this session. We'll come back. I'll get back to this whenever I can. And thanks for watching.